Hi and welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio. I'm Lisa Curcio and I've got a cute project to share with you today. It's about owls. And this one is specifically a winter owl. It's a project that I created for a retreat that I hold twice a year. And I've had so many people ask me how I created it when they've seen the pictures that I decided to share it with you. We're going to use a few circle punches and that gorgeous glimmer paper to bring in some sparkle. And this is going to be an easy packaging idea for you this holiday season. So head over to my blog if you need any reminders on what sizes that I use, because there'll be a full supply list there for you as well. And remember that I offer exclusive rewards for your online orders. Come on over to the stamp table and let's get started. Here's a close-up of that cute winter owl. You're going to need to start with one of the Stampin' Up! Sketched Dots Tag-A-Bag gift bags. It's really a mouthful, isn't it? I call them the polka dot glassine bags. And it's a translucent bag that has polka dots printed right on it. The great thing about these is the value. You get 10 of them in a package US for $4. And the owl's going to get attached right to here when we're done. So let's go ahead and construct the owl first. We're going to begin with making his head. So we're going to use the Big Shot, and I'm using the Circles Collection framelits. I'm calling this framelit number 7 because I number mine the smallest out. So number 1 would be the smallest one. So this is number 7. I've got my magnetic platform, clear matte white cardstock, and I'm going to put the framelit on the white cardstock, and then I'm going to crank this through. So here is the head of our owl. Next thing you're going to need is the 2.5-inch circle punch, and we're going to put just a small amount of this inside of here, and we're going to punch out a negative area, and that actually creates the ears of the owl for you. I want to apologize for this. This is beautiful Florida sunshine sneaking right in my window, even though I've got the blinds closed. So I'm trying to stand in the way of it. You may recognize this from the holiday catalog. This is the Winter Wonderland Specialty Vellum. It comes in a stack. Isn't it beautiful? But guess what I found out? Flip it over and you've got silver. So today, for the body of my owl, I thought I would use this one because I think it represents kind of like a scalloped belly on my owl. And you're going to use your 2.5-inch circle punch, but I'm going to give you a really important tip. I found that the punches don't punch very clean through vellum because it's so thin and opaque. So this is what I do. Take a scratch piece of paper, and this one I'm going to fold in half. And I'm going to put that behind the vellum just to give it a little bit more sturdy background. And then I'm going to punch that out. So this is going to be his belly now, and that's going to end up going here. I'm going to use my snail adhesive, and I'm going to put a little snail here near the top, and I'm going to attach it here. When we're done, it's not going to be visible, so don't worry. Now the rest of this I'm going to cut off because we don't need it. So I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm just going to follow that circle as a guide and just cut off the excess. And really, it doesn't have to be perfect. So there we go. We've got now our owl head and his little breast. Now let's work on the face. You're going to need to punch 3 Whisper White cardstock circles from a 1 3/8-inch circle punch. One of these is going to get cut in half because it's going to make the eyelids. You're also going to need 2 from Soft Sky cardstock of the 1-inch circle punch. Those are going to be the irises of his eyes. And then you'll need the 1/2-inch circle punch out of 2 basic gray from cardstock. Those are going to make the pupils. Last but not least, I used silver glimmer paper with the 1-inch square punch to do his nose. Now you can change this to anything that you'd like. That just happens to be how I made my winter owl. So let's do some construction. So I'm starting with 2 of the 1 3/8-inch circle punch, and I'm taking the Soft Sky, and I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. And I'm using my craft mat because adhesive won't stick to this where it will stick to your work surface. So I love this little mat. It's the best investment in my craft room. I go through a lot less grid paper, and I can avoid making mistakes by putting my project on a sticky surface. Okay, so there we've got our eyes. Now you'll remember that we cut one of them in half. Those are going to be our eyelids, and we're going to grab a couple dimensionals, and I like to make sure that they're balanced So I'm going to put 2 on each one. Going to peel off the paper backing. That's going to go up underneath here. Now don't worry, I can slip the pupils underneath. These are the basic gray 1/2-inch circles, and I'm going to use glue dots because it's so much easier. So I'm going to press my circle on there and press another circle on here. I know if I'm at an angle, it's because I'm avoiding that sunlight that's coming through, so forgive me. And then I'm going to stick one of his eyes here. I'm going to stick another one of his eyes here. I'm making my guy look a little sleepy. Okay, so now we're going to take the square of the glimmer paper and we're going to cut it in half on the diagonal. That's the nose, so this will make a second one. I am going to put snail adhesive on the back of one eye and snail adhesive on the other eye. Again, working on my craft mat. Love that. And I'm going to slant this one to go here. Now, I didn't push these down very hard because I want to be able to stick my nose right where I want it. I'll be honest, I put the nose on first on some of these I made, and it just was in the wrong place. So see, I can get it exactly where I want it and push. So there is my little owl. Isn't that adorable? Okay, flip them over, and I want you to be a bit more generous with your dimensionals. When you do a 3D project, it's going to be handled, so you want to make sure that you're using a proper amount of adhesive and dimensionals if you're going to use that for mounting. And here's my clear bag. So this is the front because I want the seam to be in the back. You would fill it, and I'm going to stick him here. So let's just pretend for a second we put something fun in here. Now, I put washi tape, a roll of washi tape, hid perfectly behind here, but it doesn't really matter. I folded it over and I used a piece, everyday chic washi tape. So I'm going to pull off a piece. And this is how I would seal my bag, just to make everything color coordinate. I'm going to fold that down one more time because there's like a lip there. And there you go. Isn't he cute? Great project, super easy, and definitely one your kids can make. Help them punch out and die cut the circles, and they'll have loads of fun creating these for winter. I'm so glad that you joined me, but make sure you head over to my online store and do your shopping there because I offer great exclusive rewards that are all featured on my blog. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here with me today. I'll see you next time.